It's 6:30, 4:31 at the airport on a Monday morning. This was one of those slow nights. Well, it wasn't too terrible at the beginning, but then I got a few long breaks in there. And now I came to the airport, and I've got about 230 on. I might get back into town and get one or two fares to take people to work. That would be okay. I did go to sleep a couple times while watching videos. Excuse me. About to do it again. No, these days it's quiet between 11 and 4. We've got everything shut down, or should we say there are no restaurants, bars, or nightclubs, or pubs open after 10. So we've got a long dead spot in the middle of the night. Not much else to say. I'm just glad that this night was saved by a $60 trip to the airport. If not for that trip, I would be hurting pretty bad. And now if I get any more when I get back to town, that will just be a bonus. It is now 5:34 a.m. I'm gonna take myself off. 5:34 a.m. I cleared from my last trip at 12:32, 5 hours ago. So now I take myself off the board. I have a grand total of about $150 on, if it's quite that much. 12, 25, 35, 53, and add to that 53, 73, 93, 103, 113, 123, 133, 138, $138 I have on. Wow. So I'm going to go to the car wash and wash the car and detail the interior and fuel it and park it and go to the chiropractor, where I will spend more money than I made tonight. Yep, this one's a write-off. Last night I had the luck. I didn't have that many trips, but I had the luck, and I had that airporter. After that airporter, I had another $20 fare, which was just great. But this morning I didn't make any money at all, and I didn't miss a trip. I didn't miss a call. I was just first in the zone for 5 hours. Yeah, what a thrill that was. I'm quite disgusted with the whole thing. This was the Tuesday night. I just fueled up. It took a whole $12 to fill the tank. I did a grand total of 123 kilometers the whole night. It was almost a carbon copy of the night before, where I broke even around 10 o'clock, and then I went and between 11:30, after 11:30 I fell asleep. I was awakened by a call at around 1 o'clock. So hour and a half of waiting, and I got a trip at 1 o'clock. Then I had a few more trips after 1 o'clock. And I ended up doing $202. That was the top. Now with the $85 lease and $12 worth of fuel, that's 97 bucks, I made myself $105. Now, you know what? That's sustainable. If I can make $100 a night on average, I can still get by without buying whiskey. I can pay my rent, I can pay all my bills, and have nothing left over after that. So I won't be able to save anything, but at least I'll be able to get by. That's the main thing right now, survival in these times of ridiculous limitations. Because there's nothing open beyond 10 o'clock at night. There's nothing open. Nobody's going anywhere. It's a ghost town. It is dead. It is flat. They have to lift these restrictions real soon now because it's killing us. I mean, I can get by and I can live frugally, but no single luxury. Just groceries and electricity and rent. This is bullshit. Oh yeah, then you're paying for your phone and all these little bills. And after I've paid all of those things, I've paid for my medication, I paid for my chiropractor visits. I've got nothing left. And what I have in the bank might even be dwindling. It might be dropping. And I owe a few things because I did buy a fair bit of whiskey back at the Premium Spirits release in November. I put those on the credit card because I could have paid cash, but then I would have had no cash in the bank. So I'll slowly start paying that back next time I get a bill from the credit card. And yeah, that's where we're at. Another night in paradise. I just had a $300 night. I was busy from the beginning. We actually had old calls that were half an hour old when I came on. And at one point, they were trying to send me like 9 kilometers away. And I accepted it, but then I realized that's too far. Then I gave them the call back, and it said, you will be reprimanded for 2 minutes before you can become available again. Fine. After the 2 minutes were up, I put myself on again, and I was given a trip nearby, and it ended up being a $40 fare. So naturally, I was pleased with that. Did my $40 fare. Took the customer where he was going and took him back home because he was doing a drug run. So $40 fare. Very good. So after that, I was still busy for most of the night. At one point I did take a I did go to sleep for about an hour. I think it was between midnight and 1. Oh, there's traffic everywhere. Listen to that. Traffic, traffic, traffic. So, let's just say I had a $300 night. That was good. I needed that. And at the end, I was just watching some videos. And so now I'm just going home. One more night to go this week. It is now 5:50 in the morning on a Friday morning. And you know what that means? That means it's the end of my shift. It was a long one. It was, yeah, tough enough, I suppose. The morning hours were long and slow. Although before midnight, it wasn't that bad. I think by midnight I had about 120 on. Ended up with 210, which is kind of on the sluggish side, yes, but it could be a lot worse. Could have been one of those nights where I didn't make much of a profit at all. There was one point in time where I got sent to Walmart, and I drove into the underground garage, and there's an escalator that comes down from the front door of Walmart to the underground garage. And we always go in the underground garage to pick up people because it's easier than going anywhere else in the complex, where in the shopping mall where the Walmart is located. I got sent there to pick up Laura. But when I got to the bottom of the escalator, there was a girl sitting on the sidewalk, and she had a couple bags, and she got in, and then some old woman was coming up at me from behind the concrete wall, and she was saying, "Can you call me another cab?" Yeah, okay. And then some people who had been standing at the entrance to the parking garage were coming at me with a shopping cart. And I said to the girl who was in the car, "What's the name?" And she said, "Chrissy." And the one outside who was asking me to call her a cab, her name was Joan. And Laura was the one coming from the entrance to the underground parking. And I asked her why she was standing there, because we never stop there, because that's where the cars are going past, and there's no place to really stop. I said, "It's easier to stop here at the bottom of the escalator." And she said, "Well, we thought we'd have a smoke while waiting for you." Well, the wait isn't very long because I was right there. So I ended up calling another cab for Chrissy and another cab for Joan. Basically, it was quiet everywhere except Walmart. So I did well because of Walmart before midnight. But after that, it slowed down, and it never really got busy because Welfare Wednesday was the day before, and that was the money night of the week. The rest of the week, nothing special. But it's raining right now, and so I'm just going to fuel up and I'm going to go home, and that's the end of that. Because I can't be bothered to wash the car in the rain, and I don't think it looks that bad. I'm just going to shake the mats out. Fuel it, park it. I deserve a weekend. Yes, I do. I hope yours is better than mine.